So today I'm going to show you how to make a child's sized 3D face mask. This is what the final product will look like. It is a great style for kids because as they're talking, it doesn't touch their mouth and it doesn't slide down. Also great is the elastic on the ears is adjustable. So for those who have tinier faces, you can just switch out the elastic and make it a little smaller for them if you need to. These are not reversible. When you do flip them around, they actually go a little bit tighter to the face, and that's what that would look like. So just keep in mind, you want to make sure that you're picking your favorite outside fabric. And I do like to do two different fabrics. So if you want to watch how to make the template, you can watch my adult size one and it shows you how to cut the template. This template, I will put the sizes below. It's 6.5 inches this way, 9 inches this way, and then just like the adult one, we measure the 2 inches and cut those corners out. So this is the template you will use. You will have two different fabrics. I already have them pre-cut. You're gonna wanna put them like sides together, or nice sides together. And then you're going to want to stitch along the edge here and along the edge here, leaving this open so we can turn it inside out. So I'm going to jump in the machine, do that, and I'll be back to show you the next step.
Okay, so now we have sewn along the edges here. We've left these open, and we're going to turn it. This one is a little, I don't want to say harder to turn, but takes a little bit longer because the hole is smaller than the adult one. So just take your time. You're gonna get to those top corners and you're gonna pop them out nicely. And you're just gonna wanna take your fingers and roll them out. And that's that. Now you wanna press it. So we get a nice crease at those seams for the top stitch. And you can take at this point and cut these rough edges off. So now we're going to zigzag the two openings shut and help reduce the fray. And then we're gonna top stitch around each part. So once I'm there and I finish that part, I'll bring it back over and show you the next step. So at this point, you're gonna wanna cut whatever little thread you've got going from doing your stitch. You're gonna see we have the zigzag going across and then a plain top stitch going around the parts that were already sealed. So at this point, now my black is going to be my front. That's what the client wants. So I'm going to be taking this and flipping it in just like the adult mask right at this edge and pressing it. Now the trick with the kids ones is they go a little bit further. Like this part is gonna be cutting into where you're going to be doing that seam. So at this point, you're gonna tuck this guy back down a little bit, and just when you bring this one down, so you kind of just like pleat them open. The reason you want to do this is so you don't catch that flap in the top stitch. So once you've done this, you might want to take a little pin and just pin this whole little sandwich together so these things don't flap open. The next step you're gonna do is to run a top stitch along both of these edges. Back stitching at the start and the stop so they don't come undone. And then you're gonna take this part and flip it down to make that channel for the elastic. So we're going to do that, then we're gonna flip this down and do the little tops, the little channel. So I will show you what that looks like when we're done with that part. So the last step, now that we have made our channels for our elastic and we've done our top stitch, is to open our flaps up, pull these guys together. You're gonna wanna line up your ends and you're going to want to press this out. You're especially gonna wanna press out the flaps because we did put a funny crease in them to make them stay during that top stitch. So at this point, this is what you're looking for. Now you're going to do, just like before, we're gonna do those little tack stitches to keep these pleats open, and then pop the elastic in, and you're all done. So I recommend when you are cutting the elastic for the child size, you would wanna cut it at 9 inches. I would rather give a little too much and be able to knot it down to shorten it to fit the kid's face better than to cut them too short. Same as with the adult ones, I recommend using a safety pin to slide it through a little bit easier. Once you get it here, you just want to put that knot in it. Pull it nice and tight so we know it's gonna stay. And then if you want to cut the little dog ears off to make it slide easier into the channel, you can. And that's it. This is a child size 3D mask. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching this tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. I'd love to answer anything if you have any questions. If you'd like to see more videos, please feel free to subscribe, and thanks for watching.